Hey y'all, Dennis' Backyard Barbecue. We got one more video to do getting us ready for the holidays. What we're gonna be doing is smoking a turkey. What I'm fixing to do now is I'm gonna inject it. I'm gonna let it sit in the refrigerator for about 2 to 3 days, and then we're gonna pull it out, and we'll put a little stick of butter down inside of it, and then we're gonna throw it on the grill. So let's get it prepped so that in a couple of days, we'll be ready to cook. Just want to let y'all know this video is being sponsored by ThermoPro. We will be using the TP25, which is the 4-probe instrument, because I want to put a probe in the breast, a probe in a wing, a probe in a leg, and probably a probe in another wing, because the wings are going to be what I'm going to be watching the closest. And once the breast hits about 160, we're done. So I will be using that. It's a really nice piece of equipment. I've used it before, and I want to thank ThermoPro for sponsoring this video. And we will be doing more work with ThermoPro in the future. That being said, I will put a link to ThermoPro down in the description and 2 coupon codes. You can use coupon code ThermoPro20 for 20% off of any purchase $30 or more, or you can use coupon code DBB15 for 15% off, and there's no minimum. All right, let's get back to this turkey. Okay, I did pre-mix my rub. I used a couple of tablespoons of Big Papa's Hallelujah Jalapeno rub, a couple tablespoons of just regular old black pepper, and a couple tablespoons of cayenne pepper. All right, so let's get ready to rub this turkey. Okay, I got my turkey rubbed. I turned it upside down and dumped out as much moisture as I could. Now I'm filling the cavity with paper towels, and then we're gonna pat the turkey dry, get as dry as we can. And while this is sitting in the refrigerator for the next several days, it'll be absorbing the rub, and it will be drying out some more. So when we pull it out to cook it, there will be a little bit of moisture in the bottom of this pan, but not a whole lot. All right, so here's the rub that we pre-mixed. We're just gonna put it on here. We'll get it down in between the wings, on the legs. This turkey is only a 12-pounder. So it's not going to take that long to cook. I figure probably about 2 to 3 hours, because we're going to cook it at about 250, 275. We'll cook it on the egg. Let's flip it over. Let's get the bottom side, get the back. All right. Now all we got to do is inject it and put it back in the fridge. Okay, the injection I'm going to use today is Zatarain's Cajun Injector Creole Butter. So let's get this turkey shot up. Now I'm going to put it in the breast, about 3 different places. So I'm going to go in there, then we'll come in on the opposite side. And then I'm going to go about halfway down. I have used this injection before, and it is really good. All right, then we're going to do one more at the bottom. You might see a little bit come back out in some of your previous holes. As long as it's not a whole lot, it's not that big of a deal. All right, and then we'll do one more on the other side. And we'll go to low. The hardest part to get doing a turkey is the wings. So we're going to go ahead and get them now. Just find a nice meaty place and inject it. And we're going to come to this other wing. See if you can see this. I'm just going to come right down in there that. Now we're going to go into the legs. And I should have enough to hit each leg twice. You want to go into different places on the leg. So I went high. Now we're going to go low. And you can watch the skin inflate as you're doing your injection. Now this is a 12-pound bird, and it's using this whole jar. I also, this morning, have already done 2 other birds, a 14 and a 15 pound, and they used the whole jar as well. Okay, so we've got it all shot up, and let's go put it in the refrigerator for a couple days, and then we'll check back. Okay, guys, we got our 12-pound turkey that we have been soaking for a couple of days. We injected it. We rubbed it, and it's been sitting there drying. It's still got a little bit of moisture left in the pan, but that is good enough for what we want to do. So let's take a look at that. And we are bringing the grill up to 300 degrees. I think I might have said 250 in the intro, but we'll be bringing it to 300 degrees, and we're going to cook it for approximately 3 hours. It's a 12-pounder. I am going to be using the ThermoPro TP25. I'm going to have a probe in each breast, and I'm going to have a probe in one of the wings, maybe one of the legs. I haven't really decided yet. The wings I will be concerned about because they will cook faster. And we've got a workaround for that too. We'll cover them with tinfoil if we need to do that to keep them from overcooking. All right, let's get it on the grill. Okay, we're at 300 degrees. So I'm going to take my turkey, and we're going to set the turkey right there in the middle. And I'm going to take the white probe from the TP25, and I'm going to stick it down in there, make sure it doesn't pop through. And then I'm going to take the blue probe, and I'll get you a picture of this in a minute. We're going to shove it in the other breast. We'll get these wires routed so they don't get in the way of anything. And then I'm going to take the black probe, and I'm going to shove it in that wing right there. I'm just going to let those wings fly. They're not going to hurt anything. Then I'm going to take my gold probe, and I'm going to stick it in this leg right over here. I'll get my wires separated out. All right, let me close this down. All right, so this is what it looks like on our screen. So those are the temperatures of the bird currently. I got it out of the refrigerator this morning and started working on getting it up to room temperature. All right, now we just let it cook. We're going to 160 on the breast and the leg. Let's rock and roll. I did forget one minor little detail. And since we've only had it on the grill for about 20 minutes, it's not too late. It's not going to hurt anything. But what I always do, and I got a bunch of turkeys to cook today, but we'll take one little stick of butter and just shove it in that cavity. And now we're going to let it cook. Okay, so we're cruising right along. Everything's looking good. I'm going to pull this wing probe out because the wings are getting a little on the warm side. And what I want to do with the wings is get them wrapped in tinfoil. So let's do that real quick. What this is going to do is hold my color right where it is. So I do have really, really thick gloves on. So let me get my tinfoil here like this. We're just gonna wrap that wing. Let's get the whole wing, tip and all. and that's going to keep it having some good color for us. Then we'll do the same thing over here on the other side. I'm going to move this probe out of my way, stick it in that leg. All right, so you can see it's coming along. Go ahead and move that around a little bit. That's just going to keep us some moisture in here. And a little bit, we're going to baste the outside of it with some butter to get it a nice brown color. All right, let's let it get back to cooking. All right, we've been going for about an hour. And this is a smaller turkey, and she's cooking pretty fast. So what I want to do is I got some melted butter. I'm just going to baste the outside of the skin. That's going to give us some nice color on here too. The skin is already crisping up. And that is good. All right. Shut her back down and let her keep on cooking. All right, I pulled out the probes, and this bird is just about done. So I'm going to unwrap the wings. I'm going to leave it on here for about another 10 or 15 minutes, just like that. Let's go ahead and finish coloring up the wings, and then we're going to pull it and carve it up. Okay, let's take this thing off the grill. Looks good, doesn't it? Take a look at that. That is a good looking turkey. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to put it in the cooler and let it rest for 30 minutes. And then we're going to cut it up and have us some. Okay, so we're going to put it in our pan. I took it out of the pan to take some pictures of it for thumbnails. All right, we're going to wrap it up. I want to have it all the way covered. All right, we're going to lower it down into this cooler for 30 minutes. And let it rest. I'll see y'all in 30 minutes. All right, y'all. Here's our turkey. Let's carve it up and see what we got. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this leg off. All right, now let's take the other leg off. Man, this thing is juicy and has been resting for 30 minutes, and it still is really hot. Hot, hot, hot. Let's get wings off. Okay, now let's take the breast. All right, this is the part. Everybody says if you grill a turkey, the
breast is gonna dry out. Well, we did this one for 3 hours, and ain't nothing dry about this one. See if I can show you. Look at that. I gotta have a taste of this. That is good, juicy, tender. 3 hours, we ended up cooking it at 270 degrees. Had some issues with the heat. And this is a small turkey, so I didn't worry too much about the lower temperature, because I knew I still wanted to do about a 3 hour cook. And I was in no danger of missing that. All right, we got it all carved up. Let me get me a taste. This piece of that breast meat. That's some good turkey. All right, y'all. That does it for our smoked turkey. I will put the recipe down in the description. I'll also put a link to ThermoPro, like I said earlier in the video. I will also put my Amazon link. Y'all use coupon codes for ThermoPro DBB15 for 15% off, or ThermoPro 20 for 20% off with a $30 purchase. Once again, I want to thank ThermoPro for sponsoring this video, and I hope every one of you has a happy holiday season, no matter what holiday you celebrate, and a blessed new year. So until next time I see y'all at the grill, y'all keep on grilling.